YouTube. I'm trying to try ko lang 'to, monetize ko siya, papamonetize ko siya. Ayun, kasi ano may mga next year there will be an instructor talaga na magtuturo for animal science. Oo, pero magwa-watch ako, look after him para makita ko if he's really good in teaching. Oo, even kasi sa mga masters kasi mahirap kasi 'yan. Mm. Hindi pa, actually hindi pa ako nagsisimula. Okay, let's begin. Madaldal talaga si sir. Okay, let's begin our class. Wag na kasi kayo puro tanong para makapagsimula na tayo. Ayun. So again, our class is Masagana 99. May Masagana 99. So actually, yung Masagana 99 naman is happened only in the Philippines. There's more fun in the Philippines. Ganan. Okay, so in the Philippines, okay, so meron tayong Masagana 99 because of Ferdinand Marcos. Okay? So, let's go now. Bisa natin to kasi mahaba to. Okay. Mga ilang slides din to. Okay, again, Masagana 99 was an agricultural program launched by President Ferdinand Marcos in 1973 as part of his broader efforts to achieve rice self-sufficiency in the Philippines. Okay, bakit? Alam niyo ba yung panahon ni Marcos, nagkaroon tayo ng panahon ni Marcos, naging top 1 exporter tayo ng rice. Okay? Top 1 exporter tayo ng rice ng Masagana ng rice nung time ni Ferdinand Marcos. Sabi nga nila nito nung time na yun is a golden age era. It's a golden era. So, the program is often hailed for its short-term success in increasing rice production during the early years of its implementation. Still, it has also been criticized for its long-term sustainability and financial management, which led to the challenges for smallholder farmers. Ito, this was the experience or feedback of my mama. My mama was one of the member of this Masagana 99. And also my lola, they are part of Masagana 99. Okay, so what they get during the time of President Ferdinand Marcos. Actually, I interviewed them and then I get a lot of knowledge from them during their time in Masagana 99. Sabi pa yun ng parents ko, nung Masagana 99 daw, the farmers are rich, sabi nila. Nung time na yun, ang mga farmer ay mayayaman. Bakit? Kasi free ang fertilizer, free ang pesticides, free ang seeds, free ang lahat ng mga modern technologies. Ang research and development is napaka-wide and broadened, and it is actually supported by the government, and it has a good, it has a big budget from the government. Kaya marami talagang nagkakandara pa na maging part ng R&D ng Masagana 99 yung time na yon, sabi ng aking parents. Okay. So, yes, you can share the live. Please share the live na lang po. Yan. And then, thank you sa 52 viewers. Thank you very much for for watching. Ayan. And then after that, sabi ng mama ko na nung time na yun daw, may binibigay na mga libreng yung mga libreng bread. Yung bread ba? Libreng bread. Tapos yung Ovaltine ba yon? Hindi ko alam. Ano ba yung pinakamahal ngayon na na milk? Meron yung milk na pinakamahal ngayon, pero dati binibigay lang. Oo. Hindi ko alam. Si mama ko may alam nun. Yun ang milk. Ngayon mahal na siya bilhin. Pero dati ang binibigay lang daw ng government. Tapos nagbibigay ng yan, Nitriban. Yun, tama yun. Yan. Meron pa yun, iba pang milk. Binibigay daw yun ng government for free. Tapos may rice na binibigay from the government. Then meron din mga benefits coming from the government. And ang pinakamayaman that time talaga is mga farmers. Talaga, mga farmers talaga yung mga time na yun. Kasi lahat binibigay ng binibigay ng government, no, para mag-improve, para para magana, may gana yung mga farmers to work. So that's the work of Masagana 99. No, I'm not saying that I am a pro Marcos. Hindi naman ako pro, pero nung time lang ni Ferdinand Marcos, kasi mayaman yung mga farmers noon. Nung time na yun, hindi ko pa siya masyadong naintindihan. Pero yung nung na-explain na ng parents ko, uh, yung na-experience nila during the time of President Ferdinand Marcos during this Masagana 99. Sabi nila, ang ganda nung time na yun. Oh, ang ganda nung time na yun. I thank you very much, Ma'am Loida. Kamsahamnida. Ayun. So what is the primary objectives of the Masagana 99? First is to achieve rice. Okay? Is to achieve rice self-sufficiency by encouraging farmers to produce at least 99 kavans, which is equivalent to 4,900 kilogram of rice per hectare using high-yielding rice varieties. So bakit siya tinawag na Masagana 99? Because of the 99 kavans. Oo. Actually, meron din po tayo ngayon, Masagana 300. Oo. Meron ba yan sa top sa postas ninyo? Hindi niyo na na sa postas ninyo. Okay. So siguro sa UFC manual ata yung nalagay ko. Dinagdag ko doon yung Masagana 300. Well, don't worry kasi i-discuss ko naman din sa inyo guys yung Masagana 300. Ngayon yan sa time ng anak niya, yung Masagana 300. So we have Masagana 99, yun na, kavans, which is 4,900 equivalent siya, kilogram of rice per hectare using high-yielding rice varieties. Kaya yan nagkaroon ng 99 kavans kasi ang Philippines is independent na mag-produce ng sarili lang rice. So that's why nag-export tayo and we are top 1 exporter of the rice noong panahon ni Ferdinand Marcos. Okay? So, number 2, objectives din nila, pag sabing rice self-sufficiency, ibig sabihin hindi na tayo nagpapa-import ng rice coming from the different countries. Yun. And then, number 2, increase agricultural productivity by introducing modern farming techniques and technology, including the use of high-yielding varieties or HYVs of rice and increase use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Ito yung time na yon. Yes, correct si Ma'am Geraldine. Masagana, 150 inbred seeds. Tama po yon. Tama pa. Actually, madami pa yan siya ng mga coverage. But siguro ipopost ko lang siya sa page kung ano pa yung ibang nakukuha. Masagana 200, correct. 200 hybrid seeds. Ngayon iba, it's Masagana 300. 300 ngayon. Okay, so hybrid seeds din yun. Hybrid seeds. May ibang term yan siya. Etong term ni Ferdinand Marcos, Masagana 99 high yielding rice varieties or HYVs. HYVs ito, high yielding varieties. Meron yan naka-indicate Masagana 99 dash tapos high yielding varieties. Yan. Kapag Masagana 150, ibang presidential din yan. Inbred seeds, ganon. Meron yan. So, hindi lang pero nagsimula yung Masagana 99 kay Ferdinand Marcos. Okay? Because it was effective. Okay? So, ayun, nagbibigay ng mga chemical fertilizers, pesticides, and also, ganap din po yung organic farming nung time na yon. Kasi more on traditional pa kasi mga tao nung time na yun. And then, meron mga modern technologies, madaming researchers, gano'n. So, yun yung time na yun. So, number 3 is provide financial and technical support to farmers. Yun, provide financial and technical support to farmers, including the provision of credit, yun, yung pautang, kasi syempre pinapautang yung mga farmers para makapagsimula sila sa investment nila. So example, let's say nag-invest sila ng they have 5 hectares, ganun, they have 5 hectares of land and then they want to plant anong crops ba yun, or rice ba, ganun. So, kaso wala silang pang capital or panimula. So now, the government is producing itong credit na to. And it was actually opened by virtue of parang meron yung RA tapos wait lang, nakalimutan ko na. Nakasama pa rin yan siya sa AFMA, yung credit. And then, ang unang bank talaga niyan is yung land bank. Okay, yung land bank talaga nagkaroon ng unang credit niyan. Si land bank. So, si land bank yung unang nagpapautang sa mga farmers ng time na yun. Okay, so credit yan, may credit, tapos support ang farmers sa credit, financial, tapos technical support, extension services. Example, pag may mga problema ganito, ganyan, so nagpapa-report and then nag-ask talaga ng extensionist. And then also, training, binibigyan ng training. Okay, so dati wala pang TESDA. No, wala pang TESDA dati. So ito yung training na sinasabi to ensure the adoption of modern farming practices. Kasi if there is a modern technology, so also we need training from from experts. So from the experts na, okay, pag nag-train yan pag na-train mo yan, malalaman nila kung paano gamitin yung modern technology na yan or yung modern farming practices na yan. So that's the primary objectives of the Masagana 99. And again, the context and the objectives of the Masagana 99, it is the Philippines, no, in the early 1970s, no, in the early 1970s yung time talaga ni Ferdinand Marcos, face a severe rice shortage. Nagkaroon kasi ng severe rice shortage nung time na yun. Kaya nabuo itong Masagana 99 because of the severe rice shortage noong 1970s. Naroon ng kakulangan sa rice. So the country was heavily reliant. Okay, it was heavily reliant on rice imports and domestic production and was also insufficient to meet the growing population needs. Ibig sabihin, nagkukulang pa rin ng rice, no? Kasi nga tumataas din ang population rate. And si President Marcos, no, recognizing that rice was the staple food, no, na kailangan talaga ng mga tao. And politically significant crop, which is kaya niya ni-launch yung Masagana 99 as a key component of his broader initiatives of a program known as a Green Revolution. Okay, so known as Green Revolution. So we will talk about that right after Masagana 99. In our slides, there is what we call the impact of the Green Revolution and how this Green Revolution affect, no, the entire country. Okay? Next, there are actually key components, no, key components for the Masagana 99. First is the high-yielding varieties of rice. So farmers were encouraged to plant high-yielding varieties and which were developed as part of the Green Revolution. And also to boost rice production. Kasi nga nagkaroon ng shortage sa rice, nagkaroon ng severe shortage of rice. So these varieties promise higher yields in shorter time frames compared to the traditional varieties. Kasi pag traditional varieties lang ang gagamitin natin, possible na magkulang tayo sa oras sa panahon ganon. And then, yung rice hindi din siya quality at the same time. So, it cannot be, let's say, hindi siya fit doon sa mga modern technologies or farming practices. Number two key components is the intensified use of chemical inputs. So, the program nagpo-promote siya the use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides to enhance rice yields. But, there is a limitation on that nung time na yon. Kasi nga, nagkaroon lang itong promotion ng chemical inputs kasi nga nagkaroon tayo ng shortages sa rice. Yan. So, this was also critical to achieving the desired production target of 99 kavans per hectare. Kasi yun yung pinaka-target kasi. The reason of Masagana 99 is to produce 99 kavans per hectare. So, in order to get the 99 kavans per hectare, no, kailangan talaga ng mga modern technology. So, we need to use chemical inputs. Okay? Number three, another key components is credit and financial assistance. Ito yung sinabi ko yung mga pautang. Okay? So, one of the major features of Masagana 99 was the provision of low-interest loans. Yung nabibigay ng loan as per capital or panimula ng mga farmers. No? The smallholders to farmers to finance their purchase of inputs such as seeds, fertilizers, and pesticides. And these loans were provided through rural banks. Pwede din sa Land Bank of the Philippines. Meron yan. Nabasa ko yan siya sa AFMA. Nabasa ko sa AFMA yan. And other financial institutions, meron tayong ngayon meron na tayong First Valley Bank, meron na tayong BDO. So, again, we are with government guarantees to encourage banks to extend credit to farmers who would otherwise not qualify for traditional loans. You know, one of the requirements, no, to get approval of this credit loan is of financial assistance is dapat meron ka talagang lupa. Yung lupa na pwede din pag sa government certificate na binigay sa or beneficiary ka sa lupang ito. Yun, pwede yun. Okay? Kung wala talagang original land title. Number 4 is we have the extension services. Farmers receive training and support through the Department of Agriculture and local government units, all LGUs, to adapt modern agricultural techniques. So demonstration farms and outreach programs were established to showcase the benefits of the new rice varieties and modern methods. So there are modern practices, farming practices, modern technology na kailangan na ituro sa mga farmers kasi hindi naman nila alam kung paano gamitin. So we have our extensionists to train them, to facilitate, no, to give them also an idea on how to uh, use these methods or modern technologies yon. And you have also successes. Now, there's a success of Masagana 99. One, increased rice production. So, due to kaya nga nagkaroon tayo ng severe rice shortages noong time na yon, right? Pero nung umupo na si Ferdinand Marcos and then nagkaroon ng Masagana 99, there's an increased rice production already. So nagkaroon ng immediate success which is in the first few years of its implementation of Masagana 99, nagkaroon ng successful in increasing rice production by 1975. Okay? So kasi yung 1970s, nagkaroon tayo ng severe rice shortages. So, noong 1975, nagkaroon na tayo ng increased rice production. And the Philippines achieved na rice self-sufficiency and there were even years of rice surplus. So, nagkaroon na tayo ng rice surplus and sobra-sobra na yung rice natin. Kaya nga, naging top 1 tayo exporter nung panahon na yan. Okay? Kasi we can, aside sa self-sufficiency, we can also provide no, na rice to other country. And also, another increased rice production is the International Rice Research Institute or yung IRRI in Los Baños played a pivotal role in providing the HYVs, okay, high-yielding varieties that contributed to productivity increase. Farmers who adapted these varieties combined with the use of fertilizers and irrigation saw substantial gain in yield. So, anong trabaho ni IRRI dito? Yung trabaho ni IRRI is to provide high-yielding varieties to the farmers. Okay, yun. To research and development pa rin ang andito sa IRRI. Okay? Number 2, okay, boost to farmer income. Yun. Ito yung success of Masagana 99. For many farmers, the initial increase in rice production translated into a higher incomes also to the farmer. So the increase, kasi nga, less cost na sila sa fertilizer, seeds, pesticides, gano'n. So nagkakaroon ng higher income because they can provide, no? They can provide already a 99 kavan, yun. So the increased yields allowed them to meet both personal consumption needs and market demands, improving their standard of living during the program's early years. So yun ang trabaho, yun ang naging dahilan, yun ang naging resulta no ng Masagana 99 sa mga farmers, no? Number 3, impact on food security. Ito yung pinakamaganda dito. Masagana 99 success in increasing rice production had significant impact on food security in the Philippines. The country, for a brief period, became a rice exporter after having been reliant on imports. So, dati, yung 1970s pa lang tayo, nagre-rely lang tayo sa import rice and we have the severe rice shortages. But now, nung time ni Ferdinand Marcos, nagkaroon ng food security na tayo. Kasi nga, we are not reliant already or we are not depending already on the imports because we have rice surplus. Okay, because we can already produce 99 kabans and we are actually the one who is producing rice to the other countries. Imagine that. And that's the reason why some countries is nabilib talaga kay Ferdinand Marcos. How he did it. Okay, yun. How he did that. Imagine, 1970s hanggang 1975, if I'm not mistaken, 5 years, no? Binigyan siya ng, actually matagal yung pag-upo niya. Matagal yung pag-upo ni Ferdinand Marcos. Kaya, tuloy-tuloy yung project niya. Okay? So, ito yung pinaka-focus talaga, yung farming. Next is, what are the challenges and criticism in Masagana 99? Number 1 is debt crisis among farmers. Unsustainable credit system. So the program's reliance on loans from rural banks led to a major issue of loan defaults. Kasi ito yung mga, let's say, yes, tama po yun, merong credit loans na binibigay ng government. However, itong mga farmers, like, nag-loan, tapos nagkaroon ng problema, hindi na pursue, yun, na failed. So, they cannot already pay the loan or the credit. Yun. So, nagkaroon ng loan defaults. Okay? So, many small-scale farmers who borrowed money to buy chemical inputs and HYV seeds struggle to repay these loans, correct? Especially during poor harvest seasons due to bad weather or poor pest infestations. Ito yung tinatawag na critical days or nagkaroon ng failure. Okay? Nagkaroon ng failure. Tulad din po yan ng sa parang PCIC, Philippine Crop Insurance Corporation. So yung Philippine Crop Insurance Corporation po, nagbibigay din po sila ng credit or loans sa mga farmers. Yung paunang parang as a capital ba nila ba? This is your capital, blah, blah, blah. Bibigyan ka ng loan if you have ilan ba yung nakadepend yun sa sa area mo. Bigyan ka nila ng loan, ganun. So, tapos meron niyang kasunduan. May kasunduan yun kung magkano yung interest, ganun. So dito, kumbaga dito yung challenges dito ni Ferdinand Marcos is to ipababa yung interest loan. So dito, kahit nababa na yung interest loan, hindi kasi natin siya mapigil yung tinatawag na fortuitous event. So ano yung fortuitous event? Ibig sabihin yung mangyari ba na unpredictable events. Yung unpredictable events na nagkaroon ng changes of the weather. So ang reason also kaya nagkaroon tayo ng poor harvest. Okay? Poor harvest. So, normal yan na mangyari. So, dapat aware tayo. As a farmer, we should know technically kung when tayo magtatanim, ganun. On what also chemical na input or gagamitin natin or applied natin in the field. Yon. But by the early 1980s, so early 1980s, rural banks began collapsing under the weight of unpaid loans. So yun, hindi nabayaran ang rural banks, hindi sila nabayaran ng mga small-scale farmers because of the loans. So with over 800 rural banks reportedly closing due to farmer default. So this not only affected the farmers but also destabilized the rural banking system. Okay, so yun, nagkaroon ng failure. Number 2, environmental and ecological impact. Number 2, the heavy use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides had negative long-term effects on the environment. So ito yun, nagkaroon ng continuous use of chemicals led to soil degradation. Yun. And then reduced the soil fertility and the emergence of pesticide-resistant pests. So the ecological cost of Masagana 99, such as water pollution, from agricultural runoff became apparent as well. So raising concerns about the sustainability of the program's practices. So yun, nagkaroon din ng problem kasi nga, again, ginagamit na nila ng mga chemical inputs. So again, pag sinabi kasing synthetic ang ginagamit natin, hindi siya long-term effect. Short-term effect lang siya, pero ang negative effect niya, it will long last. Okay, it will long last. So, ito yung mangyayari, nagkakaroon ng soil degradation. Possible din na maging unproductive ang soil. Number 3 is we have technological dependency. Masagana 19 promoted a model of agriculture that made farmers dependent on expensive chemical inputs and hybrid seeds. Yun. Nagiging dependent sila doon sa ginagamit na chemical inputs at hybrid seeds, which many could not afford without loans. So, dapat mag-loan talaga in order to afford the chemical inputs and the hybrid seeds. So, this dependency created vulnerabilities as farmers could not easily return to the traditional methods once the credit system collapsed. So, ibig sabihin, let's say na-apply nila yung chemical inputs, hybrid seeds, nagkaroon na sila ng loan, tapos nagkaroon po ng failure, hindi agad-agad sila makakabalik sa traditional methods na yun. At hindi agad-agad nila yun recover. Kaya mahirap siya. So, dapat success yung magiging result. Number 4, uneven implementation. Ano yung uneven implementation? The program success varied widely depending on the region and the type of farmers involved. Wealthier and more resource-endowed farmers usually benefited more from Masagana 99 because they could better afford the inputs and irrigation facilities required to fully take advantage of HYVS. Ano yung uneven implementation? Kasi meron naman tayo by region, di ba? So meron mga offices yan. So, let's say, in-implement sa Luzon, tapos hindi pa po siya na-implement sa Visayas, hindi pa po siya na-implement sa Mindanao. So, kaya tinawag siya na uneven implementation kasi meron din tayong tinatawag na piloting. Yung piloting, ibig sabihin, ito yung i-propose nila, tapos tinatry nilang i-pilot ito sa kanitong region. Kaya sa ibang region, hindi nila ma-apply yun. Kaya that's uneven implementation. Yun. Tapos smallholder and marginal farmers. So, on the other hand, were less likely to benefit from the program's technical advancements, and many were pushed deeper into debt. Kasi nga, yung smallholder na hindi kaya mabili yung HYVS, and then yung pesticides or chemical ba yun na ginagamit, kailangan talaga nila mag-loan. So, mapilit yun si smallholder na mag-loans para ma-provide yun. That's the criticism beside, okay? Or the in contrast of the successors. Number 5, we have weather and natural disasters. The Philippines is vulnerable to typhoons, droughts, and flooding. Alam naman natin yan. Okay? Kahit ngayon, no? Actually, yeah, tama yun. And then, which often wipe out harvest. No? Lalo na pag nagtanim ka ng rice, tapos biglang nagbagyo. So ano nangyari? Naging bahay yung rice kasi nga lahat tumba, no? Mura na lang 'yun, mura na lang. So farmers who were affected by these disasters had difficulty recovering. Totoo 'yun, as they were often left without enough resources to pay off loans or reinvest in the next planting season. Kasi nga magiging mura yung product or output ng kanilang rice if they are affected with this vulnerable disasters. Okay? So, Masagana 99 did not have sufficient mechanism to mitigate the effects of natural disasters on farmers and to repay loans contributing to the rural debt crisis. So, ito din yung isa sa mga negative effects niya. Okay? So what is the legacy or what are the legacy in Masagana 99? Number 1, short-term success. Yun. And long-term problems. Ito yung problema din. So Masagana 99 is often cited as a prime example of a well-intentioned agricultural program that achieved significant short-term success but faced long-term sustainability challenges. So the program temporarily addressed rice shortages kasi nagkaroon tayo ng rice shortages that time. So in-address lang ng program na to yung pangangailangan ng yung program na ito, yung pangangailangan ng Pilipinas, which is yung crisis, no, or severe rice shortages, yon. But face long-term sustainability challenges. The program temporarily addressed rice shortages, but the structural weaknesses of the credit system and environmental concerns hindered its lasting impact. So, ang tanong, Sir, kaya po ba nagkaroon tayo ng malaking utang sa World Bank? It is because of this Masagana 99? Yes, totoo yun. Kasi nga, because of this, yung mga loans, siyempre, pag gumagawa ka ng mga programs, if you're proposing research and development, siyempre, ipropropose yun ng World Bank. Tapos pag nagkaroon ng failures, magiging loans yun. Okay? So, yun ang nangyayari. So, dito yung nagsimula, yung loans. Okay? Pero meron naman din tayong loans talaga. Baga dito siya nagsimula lumaki because we need to address the problem of the Philippines. Okay? Number 2, we have impact on Philippine agriculture. Masagana 99 contributed to the modernization of Philippine agriculture by introducing high-yielding varieties and mechanized farming practices, but it also exposed the vulnerabilities of smallholder farmers who relied on external input and credit. Okay, so this is the legacy of the Masagana 99. Okay, yung impact on the Philippine agriculture. Okay? So, may contribution sa modernization of the Philippine agriculture. So, meaning meron talagang success, merong achievements, no? Meron talagang output. And then, high-yielding varieties, mechanized farming practices. Yun. Ngayon, outdated na po tayo. So, kailangan po natin ng mga updated mechanized farming practices. Number 3 is we have the lesson learned. So, what are the lessons learned in Masagana 99? Again, the failure of Masagana 99's credit system has been critical lesson for subsequent agricultural programs. So, emphasizing the need for more sustainable financing mechanisms and the importance of creating safety nets for farmers in case of poor harvest or natural disasters. So, ngayon, ang ginagawa ngayon ng ating R&D or Research and Development under Masagana 300 is yung dapat daw yung seeds na ibibigay sa is tolerant and resistant. Yun ang sabi na nakalagay doon sa sa Masagana 300 kabans. Yun. So tolerant and resistant to drought, flooding or weather conditions, ganun. Okay? So there has been a shift toward more sustainable farming practices in recent decades with greater emphasis on organic farming, integrated pest management, and climate-smart agriculture. Actually, ngayon, ang ginagamit po natin is climate-smart agriculture na po. Yung mga drone, di ba? Meron yan AI, ano pa ba? Artificial intelligence, ano pa ba? Yung, ano yun? I mean, iOS ba yung tawag doon? Basta meron yun, term na yun. That's a climate, smart agriculture din yun. Yun, avoid the environmental degradation seen under Masagana 99. So, yun yung lesson learned na nakuha nila sa legacy ng Masagana 99. Kasi ang Masagana 99 was one of the most ambitious agricultural programs in the Philippine history. Okay? And its initial success in achieving rice self-sufficiency is undeniable because of the severe rice shortage. Okay? And however, the programs dependence on chemical inputs, di ba? Ano pa 'yon? Loans and the lack of disaster preparedness that lead to a long-term debt and environmental issues for many smallholders, smallholder farmers. Kaya bumagsak din ang mga rural banks, no? Na-bankrupt din because of the unpaid loans by the farmers. And while it is remembered for its significant impact on rice production during its early years, it also serves as cautionary tale for us about the unintended consequences of agricultural modernization when not paired with sustainable practices and robust support systems for farmers. At ito din nangyayari. Actually, yung Masagana 99 po, it's a robust support na po yun for the farmers. Hindi yung robust na hindi yun. A robust farmer pa lang, binigay na ba? Kasi like, push talaga yung lahat ng support sa kanila. However, there's a negative effect pag hindi siya na-sustain. Yun. Okay? Next, our topic is about Green Revolution. Okay, so ano nga ba yung impact ng Green Revolution sa Masagana 99 noong panahon ni Ferdinand Marcos? So the impact of the Green Revolution in the Philippines refers to a period of significant agricultural transformation during the mid-20th century, primarily characterized by the adoption of high-yielding crop varieties, increased use of chemical inputs, and then fertilizers and pesticides, and advances in irrigation and mechanization in the Philippines. So the Green Revolution had a profound impact on agricultural productivity, particularly in rice production, which was a staple crop. Bakit nagkaroon tayo ng Green Revolution? Because nga doon sa Masagana 99. Okay, because of the Masagana 99. By the way, who is the father of Green Revolution? Lumabas yan sa board exam. Hanapin nyo na lang. Who is the father of Green Revolution? So, ayan. So, ano pa ang meron dito sa Green Revolution? The key components of the Green Revolution in the Philippines is introducing of high-yielding varieties. Yun. One of the most significant features of the Green Revolution was the introduction of high-yielding varieties of rice. No? Yung such as IR8 or developed by the Erie or headquartered in Los Baños, Philippines. Ito yung kauna-unahang varieties na dinevelop nung Masagana 99, yung high-yielding varieties, yung IR8. Okay? And then increased use of chemical inputs. Noong time na yon, farmers were encouraged to use chemical fertilizers and pesticides to maximize yields from these high-yielding varieties. Irrigation and mechanization also. So the expansion of irrigation, infrastructure, and introduction of mechanized farming methods were also integral to the Green Revolution success. So in order to have the succession of the Green Revolution and Masagana 99, ito yung mga key components na kailangan. The same rin parang sa Masagana 99. So, what is the positive impacts of the Green Revolution in the Philippines? First is the increased agricultural productivity. Okay? Yan, si Norman Berlaugs. Si Norman Berlaugs is considered as the father of the Green Revolution because of his contribution to the not to the country but to the whole world. Yun. Yung yung influence niya, yun. So higher yields, the Green Revolution dramatically increased rice production in the Philippines. So the introduction of HYVs like IR8 or also known as miracle rice. Okay, so IR8 is also known as miracle rice, ang tawag nila. Help increase yield significantly. For example, IR8 could produce more than double yield of traditional rice varieties. So imagine that nung time na yon. So IR8 is a miracle rice na kaya mag-produce ng double yield of the traditional rice varieties. And also rice self-sufficiency by the mid-1970s kasi nga nagkaroon tayo ng in the mid-1970s nagkaroon tayo ng severe rice shortages, di ba? Thanks to the Green Revolution, the Philippines achieved self-sufficiency in rice production, reducing the country's reliance on rice imports. Hindi na tayo nag-rely sa rice imports. And programs like Masagana 99 launched by the President Ferdinand Marcos played a key role in boosting rice productivity through the promotion of the HYVs. Yun. So, thank you very much for that. And number two, we have food security. Food security, the increased production of rice and other staple crops contributing to improving food security. So hindi na tayo nag-i-import from the other countries. We are the one exporting. In the Philippines, especially during the periods of rising population growth. So kailangan pag tumataas ang population, kailangan din tumataas din ang yung pangangailangan. Tumataas din yung pangangailangan ng rice. Yung food security natin. With greater availability of rice, the country's hunger levels decrease. So, hindi na mahihirapan or magugutom yung mga tao. Kaya nung time ng Masagana 99 po, nabibigyan to ng isang sakong bigas yung mga yung mga tao. Yun. And it became possible to free yun galing sa government. And it became possible to supply affordable rice to a larger portion of the population. Yun. So number three, expansion of agricultural research. So nagkaroon ng expansion sa agricultural research. So the Green Revolution spurred the expansion of agricultural research institutions such as ERI in the Philippine Rice Institute, which is the PhilRice. These institutions became global leaders in developing new rice varieties and researching improved farming methods. So this research not only benefited the Philippines but also contributed to agricultural improvements across Asia and other development regions. Kaya nga 'di ba, kaya nga nung nalaman nila na yung Masagana 99 and merong research here sa Pilipinas, biglang nag-boost yung nawala yung severe rice shortages, nagkaroon tayo ng actually surplus sa rice. Ang dami ng mga researchers na pumunta dito sa Pilipinas for training ng modern technologies and modern farming practices. Yun nung unang panahon. Pero ngayon hindi na. Tayo na ang naghahanap ng mga modern technologies, farming techniques sa ibang bansa. Yon. Another positive impacts of the Green Revolution in the Philippines is the introduction of modern farming techniques. The Green Revolution promoted the adoption of modern farming techniques, including the use of mechanized equipment, chemical fertilizers, pesticides, and improved irrigation practices. So these techniques helps to significantly boost crop yields and allowed farmers to farm more land efficiently. Kasi nga, napoprovide din yung pangangailangan and easily agad na magawa yung, example, let's say may problema sa peste, ganun, meron agad na mabibigay na solusyon. So what are the negative impacts of the Green Revolution in the Philippines? No, number one is the environmental degradation. Of course, kasi gumagamit tayo ng mga heavy chemicals di ba? So nagkaroon ng soil depletion. The heavy use of chemical fertilizers over time led to soil degradation. So pag nagkaroon ng soil degradation, may rin nagkaroon ng soil depletion. So repeated planting of HYVs without crop rotation, that will reduce soil fertility, walang crop rotation, requiring farmers to use increasingly larger quantities of chemical inputs to maintain yields. Yun, that's actually happened. And water contamination. So the runoff of chemical fertilizers and pesticides into water systems, magkaroon ng pollution sa rivers, lakes, and groundwater. And affecting both environment and public health. And also water contamination became a serious issue in rural areas where agriculture was a primary livelihood. No, alam niyo naman yung lalo na yung mga farmers kumukuha sila ng mga masarap yung water na galing sa yung natural lang. Masarap yun. Yan. We have also pesticides, resistance. The continuous use of chemical pesticides led to development of pesticide-resistant pests. Example, yung pest na yan, resistant na yan. Kahit mag-spray ka pa niyan, hindi na yan siya matatamaan kasi nga, immune na siya doon. Yun. making pest control more difficult and expensive for farmers in the long term. Number two, loss of biodiversity. Ito yung pinaka-problema din talaga. No, the focus on high-yielding rice varieties during the Green Revolution led to widespread replacement of traditional rice varieties. As a result, many indigenous rice varieties were lost. Okay? And then leading to a reduction in genetic diversity in the country's agricultural landscape. So this monoculture farming, again monoculture kasi nga walang synchronous farming, no? Made crops more vulnerable to disease and pests, as diversity in planting can serve as natural buffer against widespread crop failure. Yun. And then number three, negative unequal benefits. No? The benefits of the Green Revolution were not evenly distributed. Yun. Wealthier, larger landowners were able to adapt the new technology such as purchasing chemical inputs and mechanized equipment. While smallholder farmers, ito, often nagsastruggle sila to afford inputs kasi nga mahal yung mahal yung mga chemical inputs. As a result, income inequality widened in some rural areas. Smallholder farmers also face difficulties accessing credit to invest. Ito, pag-utang, mahirapan sila. And these new technologies, dahil sa new technologies, kailangan talaga yun. So, mag-utang talaga sila. So, leaving many unable to fully participate in the Green Revolution. Hindi lahat nakapag-participate ng Green Revolution. Number 4, indebtedness and financial crisis. Guys, hindi ibig sabihin na maganda yung nangyari sa Masagana 99. Hindi po lahat. Okay, hindi lahat is positive yung impact sa Masagana 99. Yung iba po nagkakaroon ng negative impact. Indebtedness and financial crisis, no? Programs like Masagana 99, which provided credit to the farmers to purchase chemical inputs and adopt HYVs, eventually led to debt crisis. Ibig sabihin, natambakan ng utang. Yun. Many farmers were unable to repay their loans due to crop failures, and then pag crop failures, nagkaroon pa ng bad weather, pest outbreaks, tapos nagkaroon pa ng leading widespread, nagkaroon ng loan default. So, hindi na nila mababayaran yung kanilang loans. Kasi wala man sa income or lower yung income nila. So the collapse of over 800 rural banks, imagine 800 rural banks ang nag-collapse due to the farmer defaults to pay the loans in the early 1980s had devastating impact on the rural economy, further exacerbating the financial insecurity of smallholder farmers. Number 5, increased dependence on external inputs. The Green Revolution's emphasis on high-yielding varieties, ulitin natin and chemical inputs, no, created a dependency on external inputs. Yun. Fertilizer, pesticides, hybrid seeds, dahil sa IRI. Okay, it is supported by the government, yung yung research and development ng IRI. So this dependency became a significant problem of farmers, and particularly when the cost of these inputs rose or rise or access became limited due to market fluctuation. Mahal kasi yung mga inputs, kailangan mag-loan sila para makabili. So many smallholder farmers were unable to return to traditional farming methods due to degraded soils. Yung bakit nagkakaroon ng degraded soils? Kasi nga, ginamitan nila ng mga high chemical inputs. So mahirapan agad sila go back to traditional farming. So and reliance on modern inputs, leaving them trapped in a cycle of dependence on chemical farming. Actually po mahirap talaga. Example, let's say if you are you have been practicing chemical inputs, ganon. Mahirap po agad na mag-convert into organic, no? Mahirap 'yun. So yun, matagal pa bago ang effect nun. So the socioeconomic impacts of the Green Revolution, number 1 is widening of the rural-urban divide. So the Green Revolution had a significant impact on the rural economy, yan. Especially for a large commercial farmers who benefited from higher yields and better access to credit and resources. However, small farmers, particularly those in marginal lands, ano yung mga marginal lands? Without access to irrigation were left behind. Ito yung mga marginal lands, yung example ng mga marginal lands, mga remote areas na hindi na kayang ma-provide ng government ng irrigation, yun. Nilileft behind na sila sa mga modern technology and modern practices. So as small farmers face mounting debts, yun, the bundok na utang, and struggled with land productivity, many abandoned farming and moved to urban areas. They were going to move to urban areas now already. And search for a better economic opportunities contributing to the rise in urban migration. So, nag-convert na sila into urban migration. Number two, socioeconomic impacts of the Green Revolution is that, saan na ba yun? Okay. Despite efforts, land ownership and tenancy. Ito din, yung land ownership and tenancy. Despite efforts to increase agricultural productivity, the issue of land ownership remained unresolved for many smallholder farmers. Madami din po yan. Yung wala pang mga land title. Yun, nag-aaway kasi wala pang land title. Yun, wealthier landowners who could afford the high initial cost of the Green Revolution technologies benefited the most, while tenants and landless farmers remain dependent on traditional methods. Makinig ha, tenants and landless farmers, they are remain to dependent on traditional methods. Okay? So programs like land reform were introduced. PD 27. Presidential Decree number 27. PD 27 ito. Land reform were introduced but progress was slow and land inequality persisted in many rural areas, further deepening social and economic divides. Yun. PD 27 po ito. Number three, gender disparities. Yun. In rural areas, women play key role in agriculture, but the Green Revolution disproportionately benefited men who were typically the decision makers in household. Tama yun. Many women did not have access to the training, credit, or resources needed to adapt modern farming technologies. Explain ko sa inyo further ito ha. As agricultural practices became more mechanized, there was also a reduction in employment opportunities for women. Panahon na yun, who traditionally performed labor-intensive tasks in rice production. Okay, explain ko to sa inyo kasi this is very important also. Nung panahon na yan, guys, yung magbibigay na ba ng tenancy, tapos magbibigay na ng lupa yung farmer, dun sa mga tenants and sa mga landless farmer, hindi pwedeng ipangalan sa mga women or mga babae. Pansin ninyo, yung mga land title, puro mga lalaki, kasi nga, hindi pwede sa babae noong time na yon. Kasi sabi nila, yung mga babae sa bahay lang, for household lang sila. Yon. So, yung pagdating sa decision making talaga, it should be the boy. Pagdating sa work, boy. Pag ang pangalan ng land title, boy. Ganon. So, noong time na yun, mga babae, hindi din sila pwedeng walang employment opportunity sa mga babae. Tapos, pagdating sa title, land title, hindi pwede ang babae. Dapat lalaki lang. Yun. Nagets ninyo? So, yun yung time na yun. Okay? Next, we have long-term lessons and shift towards sustainable agriculture. Number one, environmental awareness and shift to sustainable practices. Yun. And the environmental damage caused by the Green Revolution eventually led to a growing awareness of the need for sustainable agriculture practices. In recent years, there has been an emphasis on reducing the use of chemical inputs. Yan. And adapting practices such as organic farming, crop diversification, and agroecology. Parang yun na nga, from environmental awareness, nag-shift na sila into sustainable agriculture. From green revolution, nag-shift sila into sustainable practices. Yun na nga, organic farming, crop diversification, and then agroecology. Again, the Organic Agriculture of Act of 2010, this was actually signed by President GMA, if not mistaken, Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, was one of the legislative responses to the environmental impact of the Green Revolution. Kasi in order to address the problem of the Green Revolution, negative impact of the Green Revolution that is coming from the Masagana 99, kaya nag-impose itong Organic Agriculture Act of 2010 by Gloria Macapagal Arroyo. And actually, she was not the author, she was the president who signed the Organic Act. So, i-search nyo na lang pala, nakalimutan ko kasi yung pangalan ng author talaga ng Organic Act. Yun, search nyo lang din yun. Number two, another long-term lessons and shift towards sustainable agriculture is the climate smart agriculture or CSA. Actually, ito ginagamit na natin ngayon. In response to both environmental degradation, depletion from the green revolution, and the growing impacts of climate change, there has been shift towards climate smart agriculture in the Philippines. So, CSA promotes practices such as integrated pest management, sustainable water use, and crop diversification. Yun. And then also to build resilient against climate viability and ensure long-term productivity. At ito lang yung pinaka-target, long-term productivity. That's why we need to use organic farming. Okay? Number three. Okay, last na to. Long-term lessons and shift towards sustainable agriculture. Last is the focus on smallholder farmers. Agricultural policies in the Philippines actually was imposed have increasingly shifted focus towards smallholder farmers and the need to provide them with support that is both financial and environmentally sustainable. Programs that provide access to credit, training, and technology without creating financial burdens have become priorities in recent years, even now. Okay? So, that is the long term, that's the focus ngayon, no? Focus on smallholder farmers. No, yung magpo-provide tayo ng financial sa kanila, credit, training, technologies without harming the environment, without creating burdens financially, gano'n. Okay, so again, the Green Revolution had a significant impact or role on the agriculture in the Philippines. Meron po siyang positive impact and the negative impact. And also leading to an increased rice production nung time na yon. Nagkaroon ng food security, and also the introduction of modern farming techniques nung time na yon. However, the environmental degradation, yung loss of biodiversity, and socioeconomic inequality that accompanied it revealed the limits of purely productivity-driven agricultural policies. So, nagkaroon ng negative impact sa ating environment. Na at the same time, nagkaroon ng long-term negative effect no, doon sa farming kasi we are using mga chemical inputs, gano'n. Okay, so and also, while the Green Revolution temporarily solved the problem of the rice shortages, reverse rice shortages in 1970s natin, it also created new challenges, which is yung particularly yung for small holder farmers na challenges, no, who were left burdened with debt, yung mga utang na hindi nabayaran, and also the environmental degradation. So what is the lesson learned from the Green Revolution? Again, recall natin, the lesson learned of the Green Revolution have since shaped the country's approach to what? Sustainable agriculture. Doon natin na-realize na we need to shift into sustainable agriculture. Yun, focusing on practices that are not only productive, but also environmentally sound and equitable. Kaya kaya nakafocus sa organic farming. Okay? So, that's Green Revolution. And that is Masagana 99. Did you understand? Okay. Leader, hindi, the author, I need the author. I need the author. The leader is si Juan Miguel Superior, Organic Agriculture Act of 2010. Meron yun eh. Hanapin ko lang doon sa ano. Hanapin ko lang sa, sabi nakalimutan ko na. May, sa jurisprudence, meron yan. Hanapin ko lang. Meron, may author yan. May nakalagay na author talaga. Leader Juan Miguel Zubiri, and then organic. Basta it was signed by by President Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo. Ayan, okay. Author Henry A. Copper is also known as the Philippine Bill of 1902 and the Copper Act. Ay, hindi. Si Henry Copper, hindi si Henry Copper. Wait lang ha. Hanapin ko. Meron yan. Okay lang ha. The Act of 2010 in the Philippines, also known as the Republic Act number 10168, was authored by several lawmakers but is primarily associated with then Senator Juan Miguel Zubiri and Congressman Rufus Rodriguez. So this Act aimed to establish framework for the creation of the Bangsamoro following the peace agreement between the Philippine government and the okay. The law facilitated greater autonomy ng Bangsamoro. Meron yun eh. May nabasa ako noon. So hanapin ko lang yun. May nabasa ako noon. Hanapin ko lang. Tapos i-post ko lang sa page. Hanapin ko. Meron yun eh. Meron, ano talaga. Hanapin ko sa sa jurisprudence ko na lang hanapin. So, yun lang muna sa ngayon. Thank you very much, everyone. So, hopefully, marami kayong natutunan ngayon kasi yan lumalabas. At least you have already idea about the Masagana 99. So, do you have any questions? Actually, you can have, if you have questions, you can raise it. You can put it in the comment box if you have questions. So, again, thank you very much sa 36 viewers kasi hindi naman siya, busy kasi yung iba kasi meron silang klase din. Final coaching daw sa klase. Sa face-to-face tsaka sa live class, online class sa mga review center. Ayun, so thank you very much for watching and hoping na you will join us during our live session sa Ultimate Final Coaching. So ayun guys, join us. Come now. Yun. Okay, so sama na po kayo sa amin sa Ultimate Final Coaching. If you are interested, you can you can message me on my Facebook page. Yun lang lamang po. Maraming salamat. Yan. Kamsahamnida. Annyeonghae chumosayo. Annyeonghae kasayo. Ni. Okay, bye-bye. Wala na yun. Never mind. Welcome. Thank you very much also.